Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Oh, you get mad about your dreams and rip me at the seams like a rag doll. And I get both of my feet wet, crossing the line like a foul ball. Well, if you can spin me on my head from the comfort of your own bed, oh, then can I just be alone for as long as I want in my own home? I didn't think so. Speaking my mind till I lost my voice, and you cupped both of your ears shut, rolling your eyes like two coins. Oh, I'm gonna run far to the city from this car. Can you forget everything that I said? Oh, I didn't think so. I'm so unhappy now, I want to throw in the towel and just give up. Try to pull my strings like a puppet. I open up the door, you can't help but shut it. Oh, can I turn around and throw everything I've worked for to the ground? Seashells for the dash of my truck. Oh, I didn't think so. never have I ever seen something so absurd. Are you a paradise bird? 'Cause violet shines bright in both your eyes. That can't be natural. Indigo flares up in your hair. That can't be natural. Oh, am I seeing clearly? Can those marigold ears hear me? Fade to black, I don't know how to act to second natural. I've been a witness to forgiveness in the worst of weather, but never have I ever seen someone so free. Oh, you're such a mystery to me. You even sparkle in the dark. Oh, I can't unsee it. Is this some kind of butterfly rebirth? Are you from this earth? 'Cause violet shines bright in both your eyes. That can't be natural. Indigo flares up in your hair. That can't be natural. Oh, am I seeing clearly? Can those marigold ears hear me? Fade to black, I don't know how to act to second natural. Can you see me? Maybe, I don't know. You think I'm crazy? Probably so. I don't know what to say or do. And I know that we just met, but I'm willing to bet that I'm falling in love with you. 'Cause violet shines bright in both your eyes. That can't be natural. Indigo flares up in your hair. That can't be natural. Am I seeing clearly? Can those marigold ears hear me? Fade to black, I don't know how to act to second natural. Recommend getting your heart trampled on by anyone. And I recommend walking around naked in your living room. Swallow it down. What a jagged little pill. It feels so good swimming in your stomach. Wait and see when the dust settles. You live, you work, you love, you learn, you choose, you learn. You cry, you learn, you bleed, you learn, you scream, you learn. And I recommend biting off more than you could chew to anyone. Yes, I certainly do. You scream, you learn. You bleed, you learn. Wear it out the way a 3-year-old would do. Melt it down, you're gonna have to eventually anyway. The fire trucks are coming up around the bend. You live, you learn. You love, you learn. You lose, you learn. You cry, you learn. You scream, you learn. You bleed, you learn. You ask, you learn. You pray, you learn. You choose, you learn. You try, you learn. You live, you learn. You live, you learn. You lose, you learn. You try, you learn. You grieve, you learn.
You're listening to Margaret Glaspy live on KEXP, playing songs from the new album Echo the Diamond, except for that wonderful cover.
Oh, once I had it all, but did it all have me? You're dripping in your privilege. You don't know the difference between what you want and what you need. When nothing is enough, it gets tough just to smile. When every crack is a canyon, oh, every inch feels like a mile. Get back to the place you started from. Oh, get back to childhood. Get back to what's good. Once I thought I was the only. Oh, I was so lonely. You're only thinking of yourself. You're missing out on everybody else. Get back to the place you started from. Oh, get back
Margaret Glaspy live on KEXP, Echo the Diamond, out on ATO Records this past summer, and it's so wonderful to see you. Thanks for coming.
Thank you so much. It's wonderful to see you.
This is just such a wonderful album, and it sounds like the recording of the record was also a very wonderful experience. You've talked in interviews about getting back to basics, not hiding anything, and you've also said that you worked least hard making this album of any other, but you're super happy with both the process and the results. So I'm curious, what's changed?
Yeah, I mean, I'd say I worked very hard on it, but I think that there was the less, I guess people say you don't call it work when you love what you do. So there's certainly a lot of time spent with it, but yeah, I really didn't feel like a lot of strain, I would say, with this record. It was really, it did feel like there was kind of air passing through the studio, and then all of a sudden we had a record. And I'm not sure exactly, I mean, obviously the people that I worked with this record are incredibly talented. Dave King is on the drums on the record, and Chris Morrissey is on the bass, and they really facilitated a cool environment for me to just be able to play and just do my thing. But I think in the process of recording it and writing for it, yeah, there was something that just felt like just a kind of acceptance, I think, of what I actually like to do and the reasons why I enjoy making music, and I put all that energy into this one for sure.
It sounds like it was a really great collaborative effort, and a small group of really talented singer-songwriters and musicians in this group with David and Chris, and your husband Julian also co-produced this record.
Yes, he did. Yeah.
And you did it so quickly. Can you talk about that time in the studio and what was like? I heard a lot of first takes and maybe even one that was just a rehearsal.
Yeah.
Didn't even have an official take.
Yeah, that song "Female Brain" on the record was a rehearsal that got captured, and through the wonderful kind of foresight of my partner Julian, he that was one of his co-producer moments, was just keep that one. And we kept the rehearsal take of "Female Brain," and a lot of the other ones were first takes. Yeah, I mean, all of those brains in that room were really specific and wonderful and artful. And I think the thing that we all have in common is, like, if it's not broken, don't fix it. Really, I don't really like to be in the studio, to be honest with you, for very long. I'd like to perform, kind of like take a photo of where the song and the performance is at and then get out as soon as possible. So that's my mentality in the studio, and it was really put to work on this record. It was very brief. We were there for 3 days. It was a 3-day record.
Oh my gosh, what a glorious product that you got out of 3 days. And of course, time spent ahead of time writing the songs. I heard you came in with the songs fully written. And I mean, you're such a strong storyteller and songwriter. And the songs on Echo the Diamond run the gamut of emotions. And especially the way that the record is tracked, I feel like you take the listener on a journey through these emotions. And what was the process of writing these songs like? Do they come from a long time ago, or?
They're all pretty fresh. I mean, I wrote most of the record probably 6 months before I recorded it, so it was like pretty immediate to that time. There wasn't a whole lot of like excavating, maybe, in terms of just pulling up songs that were around for years. It was mostly pretty true to that time period. So it was a snapshot for sure of my life as it was at that period. Yeah, I think maybe part of the brevity of writing this record was that it needed to happen for me. It was a hard time in my life, and so it was an outlet for sure that I could just plug into music and make all those songs be so, and it felt like a necessity rather than a want. It was a need for sure.
I know that I read that the song Memories, where you were processing some grief in your personal life, was difficult to record. Are you able to play that in live shows now?
Yeah, I play it, and it's still hard, but I do it.
It is great to process grief. A lot of times we want to turn internal, but we've learned on the air, sharing through music with our listeners and opening up that dialogue, that getting it out there can really be a healing thing.
Yeah, and I think I've had some epiphanies on this tour, in particular in touring this record, that I've noticed. I've gotten to meet fans and things like that afterwards, audience members, and whether people understand the exact stories that it came from or the exact experiences it came from, there's a lot being shared in the room emotionally, I think, at these shows, which is a really particular trait to this tour, I would say. And it's interesting because I'd say the show is a lot more, there's a lot more ruckus that happens, I would say, in some ways than my past shows. And at the same time, there's kind of a tenderness in the room that I have sensed for myself and for audience members that feels like we're kind of sharing something together on an emotional plane. And so now more than ever, I feel somewhat almost like a civil servant in a way, to be able to travel from town to town and facilitate this space for people to be able to process and be safe in doing it, and share, some vulnerability together and be present together. It's really special.
I love that. I love that. I'm so glad that you're able to get out on the road and share this record. I know you weren't able to give Devotion its full due, given the timing of the release of that record. And I'm so happy to see you out on the road again, playing with this wonderful band.
Yes, totally. Lee Falco on the drums, Scott Kohlberg on the bass.
Woohoo! We've got Margaret Glaspy live here in the KEXP studios. Love the new record, Echo the Diamond, out on ATO Records. Again, thank you so much for coming by.
Thank you for having us. It's a total pleasure, and I love KEXP with all my heart. So,
I'm Cheryl Waters, so delighted to be here with Margaret Glaspy today, and so happy to have you with us, our wonderful listeners and viewers. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel, get notification every time we launch a new video, and go on that discovery journey of great new music with us. If you'd like to support KEXP in that discovery, you can make a gift anytime at listener-powered KEXP by visiting our website at kexp.org. Once again, Margaret Glaspy live in the KEXP studios. Big thank you.
Thank you.
This is KEXP Seattle.
Discover new music at listener-powered kexp.org.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?